All right, what is going on, guys? We are back for round 2 of the 2025 Christmas Classic at the Huntington Beach Disc Golf Course. Again, we got the all shorts layout, so it is definitely a birdie fest, but we got a sweet card for you for the second round. Leading the tournament, we got Rico at 15 down, then Tyler Annear at 13 down. He's an old school HB player, tied with George Cole at 13 down, and then Farrell at 12 down. He was on the feature card, and then Lynggard, who's been on coverage recently, at 12 down as well. So it's going to be a fun card to watch. Hole 1, just 180 feet, just a very simple sidearm. Maybe you'll see some backhands here and there, but really a sidearm shot if you have it. Like I said, only 180, so you really don't need whole lot of distance, just really looking to take something stable and throw it on hyzer. You see the basket off to the right there. That looks a little inside and a little high. Catches one of those trees and drops, but kind of the benefit of playing a 180-foot hole is that you can kind of shank a shot a little bit and still have a putt. Here's Tyler Annear. Parks it. Great way to start off the round. Put some pressure on Cam. George Cole, he is a San Fernando Valley guy, or I know North LA up there, but solid player, good sidearm and backhand, so it'll be fun to watch him play. Also a buddy of mine, Parks hole 1 as well. Donnie was on the feature card first round, shot a nice round to keep himself on the lead card here. Solid forehand and backhand player. And that looks like the right line and angle, and almost goes in, gives it a nice little ace run. And then Lynggard, yeah, he's been on the channel once before. He is a local HB player, definitely solid, and goes with the backhand line. Looked pretty good, just clips one of those trees. Gonna give him 37 feet or so, maybe a couple feet outside the circle there. Decent looking bid, just didn't fade. Gonna have a little bit of work left. Cam from just inside of that, maybe 36 feet or so. Definitely has some pressure with the other guys pretty much parked there. Oh, such a good way to start off the round. That was so committed, dead center. Fantastic way to show those guys that you do not care. Oh, and Gavin, just a little low on the comebacker. Looked like a good putt, just a little soft. The rest of the guys just tapping in. As it should be. You'll see some weird little tree hits or whatever, but definitely should be well inside the circle here. All right, hole 2, we got OB, this whole right side and then the hill left. So you really want to, I think the ideal shot is kind of starting it like at the basket with a little anhyzer, pushing that right side so you're not messing with the trees early, or just throw it high like Cam does with something stable but kind of straighter, so that way it can push straight and fade late. But like he said, a little short, but he cleared all the OB easily, so perfectly fine putting back uphill. Here's Tyler. Like I said, kind of an old school guy, been playing at HB for a long time and has a super solid backhand, you'll see. And a solid sidearm too. He parked hole 1. Whatever that disc is, flipped up a little bit on him there, but he'll have a putt outside the circle back up the hill. George going with this stable envy here. decent line, just a little straight, but should be around circle's edge or so. Donnie going with the Badger. Probably looking to swing this pretty wide because it's an overstable disc. Nice flat angle out of the hand, but a little worried. It's fast. Probably pushed a little long, but should be around the circle. If not just outside, probably. Gavin, I know he likes this pyro. I'm pretty sure that's what that is. And just a little early, maybe a little tentative on that one. Gonna roll out. Still give him a putt. Tyler from 40 or so. Nice looking putt, super clean and simple, just a little right on that one. Oh, a good looking putt from Gavin. And George got actually way more inside the circle than I expected. There you go. Nice putt there, nice and committed. Nice putt from Donnie. Also, more inside the circle than I expected. So Cam missed a short one on this round one. This is same day, so I would bet that he's probably got that inside his head a little bit, taking his time on this 15-footer. And a nice putt. Not gonna miss any more putts from not taking his time, I guarantee that. All right, hole 3. You can see this path on the left side, just left of that Mando. Right there where Cam's throwing. That's where the basket is, and that's where you're going to throw it. You don't even have to break down the hole after seeing that shot. That was beautiful. See if George can do something similar. I know Cam threw a harp on a touch of Annie, which I actually like to get it to push straight. George is throwing an envy, so probably going to throw it a little flatter, maybe a touch of hyzer. Could be decent, just needs to sit. And okay, it's sat, so yeah, you never really know what you're gonna get. And sorry, my camera for some reason died when the batteries were not close to being dead, so I missed Donnie and Gavin's shot, but you could see Gavin just threw his upshot there, and there's George's bid. Here's Donnie's shot. He threw a nice shot, just went a little long. So he has a birdie putt here just on the edge of the circle. Oh, decent looking putt, just never had it above the cage. Oh yeah, we missed Tyler's shot as well. I believe that was his birdie putt. We'll see by his score on the next hole. And Cam with the tap-in bird. So yeah, he moves to 15 down, so he got the birdie. Tyler, that is. Cam also getting the birdie, going first. Going with the putter. It's a slight turnover, but really if you just throw it straight, you will get an anti-skip toward the basket like that. He hit the ground a little bit left of where you want. Tyler, a little bit right of where you want. Probably going to drift off to the right a little bit, but should be fine. 20 feet or so just below the basket. George going with the other play, throwing a sidearm kind of at the high left side and letting it drop and slide back to the right. Looks solid. Yep, getting a nice little skip up there. Donnie's going to be doing the same thing here. Just going with the ultra instead of the zone. Really doesn't matter too much if you're throwing mid or putter. You just need to throw it into the ground. Donnie does that well. Should skip up and kind of slide down a little bit. Yep, there you go. Maybe 20, 25 up the hill. Gavin. Exactly sure. It might be a Rico, I want to say. Because I know he throws it another time this round. And there you go. There's a solid shot from Gavin. Still 1 over par after that bogey. Just trying to get himself back to even and then under par, obviously. Cam for his birdie putt. Edge of circle. Oh. And that band hit is not what you want to see. Band hit, cage hit, you see that roll down all the time. And that rolls to a position where he ends up better off re-putting than trying to get up and down because he just has so many trees to deal with. It could easily escalate. So he's going to re-putt this. Which means he's now putting for bogey from 30 feet and misses that. So he's going to have to take a double here, bringing the guys back into play, especially if they get birdie. Then it'll be a tie ball game for George and Tyler. See if Donnie can make another birdie putt. Oh yeah, here. Tyler, not bad at all, only 15 feet. Just can't do what Cam did and hit metal without it going in, because that thing will roll down. Gavin, see if he can pick up his first birdie here. Oh no. Little left, could be the weird footing. This hill's kind of pulling you down right, so kind of makes you have to adjust, and you know, could have just been a weird putting stroke. Either way, gonna have to take the par here. And George making the birdie along with Tyler, gonna be tied up with Cam now if he makes this putt. Makes good for that. A little bit longer than what I expected. Still like 15 to 20 feet or so. But that was a full putt. Hole 5, just up this main alley and then needing to fade out. Oh, Tyler beating that tree by inches, but ends up perfect. Really just want to hit the center of this gap and fade out towards the basket. You can go high and try to do it in the air, or throw it low and try to get a big skip up. It's kind of the difference between going maybe fairway driver versus a mid. George going higher and kind of playing the top of the hill skip and playing that to perfection. See if Donnie can do the same here. Yep, that is your through the rad. Perfect with a little bit of an anti-skip, but perfectly up on the hill. You take that 10 out of 10 times. Do it this time. Gavin, another little tiny misrelease, just a little inside, and gonna kick left. We'll have something from him there. Will it be a good luck? Probably not, but he'll be able to manufacture something from in there. See if Cam can get back on that birdie train after the double, and this looks good. And a really good shot with a not so great reaction, but not the worst. Keeps him inside the circle. And Gavin giving it a bid, just coming up barely short. Realistically, Cam deserved to be a little bit closer than this, but still probably only 25 feet or so. Just uphill. Just gotta make sure to get it up there. Just a little short left. Seemed a little tentative compared to some of his other putts. Didn't quite jam it. Donnie to tie the other guys up.
Hey, Donnie.
Does so. He's going to go to 16 down, but Tyler and George are tapping in, so they're actually going to take the lead on Cam here and be tied for first between those two. Happened real quick. That's what happens when you take a double bogey on a very short layout. Other people are just going to catch you. It's just a birdie fest. So he's going to have to pick it up here. Tyler holding the box, pulling that a little bit out of the hand. He doesn't like it. It'll be a putt, just he knows that this is, I mean, they're all kind of must-gets, but you just need to, you just know. You know if it's pulled or center gap, and just tell it's going to push a little too straight, but it'll be all right. George barely beating that tree, but that's pretty much the perfect shot. Donnie going with a mid-range here, a Badger. Good play. He throws hard, and this thing's really overstable, so it doesn't really have the opportunity to push straight like a fairway driver could. That looks great.
Oh, that skip.
Kind of gets robbed of like a good skip. Gets a little check skip, but should be around circle's edge, maybe a little inside. Gavin, that looks pretty good. Looks to be pushing a little straight though. Like I said, that fairway driver could potentially push, get a little fast on you and go deep. You really want this going left hard. Cam's doing something really overstable, which could be a good play as well. That should be perfect. Gavin, another long bid. Oh, and looked really good. Just kind of faded out at the end there. See if Tyler can hit a long one and stay tied. Oh, and he does it. That is such a good putt, especially given the moment. His putt is so clean. Short stroke, just flat, pace. I like it. See if Donnie can hit one to stay one back. Just low out of the hand. Didn't quite get that full reach with his hand. George to keep pace with Tyler. Only 15 feet or so, not a problem. Cam to stay one back of those two now. Yep, good putt. Alright, hole 7, just a dead straight shot with a little bit of fade. Got two Mandos on the outsides. Tyler throwing that same mid he threw on hole 2, it just going a little straight on him. I don't know if it's tournament juice or maybe the wind affecting it, but he seemed to think it's a little bit more stable than it's flying in those 2 shots. But it's going to be a little deep, still have a putt though. George going with the Envy, just maybe pulling it a little bit, going to be a little wide. Looks like it should be around circle's edge, if not a little inside. Cam in between his 2 harps. Looks like he's going with the white straighter one. He's looking to throw this dead straight pretty much. Pretty much just like he threw it on hole 3, honestly. And that looks perfect. Baby hyzer, but flipping up. And he blocked the shot, but it pretty much slides up the park. Donnie going with the Badger, more of the hyzer line. And seems to be a little inside, a little weak on that one, coming up a little short, but he's gonna have a putt. Gavin going with the kind of flex over shot. Decent line, just a little too high, but either way gets a good little kick forward off the tree, so great putt from Tyler there. 2 back-to-back putts to hold the lead. That is good stuff. See how George reacts. Last time he had a shorter putt, now he's got a little bit longer with some pressure on after Tyler made a couple long ones just inside the circle. And yeah, just a little chain out right. Solid looking putt, probably could have stuck, but just kind of slides out the right side there. See if Gavin can get another birdie here, or get a birdie here. And there you go, there it is. Nice putt from him. He's probably stoked to get that birdie, just get himself back to even. And yeah, Cam's tapping in his bird. So Cam is going to be tied with George now, and Tyler is going to have the solo lead for the first time. Going with the forehand here, hole 8. Really just need to trust it out left and beat those trees. A little early on that. Gonna have the putt in between the trees. So a little bit of a door opening for Cam and George here. Cam going with a faster disc, just playing a more of a skippy shot.
Oh yeah.
Kind of letting it swing. Yep. And that looks great. Comes back a little bit, 20 feet or so. Gavin going with the backhand here. This might be a hex.
Come on. Let's do something cool. That's fine, that's a putt.
And it hit a little bamboo stick right next to the tree that they used to get discs out of it. He's going to have a putt though. A tricky putt, but he's going to have a putt. George going with his Badger, I believe, throwing it high. Looking to get a big swing out of it, and that's some power to throw mid-range that high and get it all the way there. He's definitely got an arm. Donnie going with the fairway driver, just looking to start it out left. Round 1, he pushed the MD5 a little straight, so stabling up here. I like it. Dude, looks like a really good angle.
If you pulled me backwards right there,
yeah, that's perfect.
Thanks.
So Tyler's got this funky little putt here, but with his spin putt, the tree's not too much of a problem. See if we can drill another one. Oh, decent looking line, just does end up catching the tree. It's gotten really low. Really gotta get low for that putt, see if Gavin can do it. Decent looking line, just not enough pop. Donnie from about 20 or so. Definitely still in the mix, just a few back of Tyler. Could get within 2 though. There you go.
Yeah.
Within 2 of the lead now. Cam to tie up the lead again. This is a battle. I know it's George's park there, but you really can't let that stuff get in your head. Just gotta play your game on a course like this and just try to get all the birdies and make your putts. Simple as that.
You're welcome.
Hole 9, 300 feet. We got the Mando on the right-hand side. Really the only Mando that's in play. There's the one on the left, but it's not really in play. Just looking to throw something straight or something stable off to the right and fade it out like Cam's doing. I like that play.
Damn, that's nice.
Because you can trust it right and know that it won't miss the Mando, especially if you go slower disc like the Harp like he did. George is going with this same NV, which I like. Stable, but will go pretty straight if you draw it hard. And just a little came over on it, a little bit too much. Really looking to get that baby hyzer to flat, not Anheuser, but gets a kick off the tree and gives him a putt. Long putt. There's Donnie. Going with the forehand, I like this play. Just kind of chop it over to the left and get a skip back to the basket. If you get it left, then it's fading back to the basket the whole time, which I like. And look to have started on a good line. He's kind of blocking the disc, but gets back to frame and skips right in front of the basket. Tyler to get back on that birdie train. That same disc that he kind of flipped up earlier, fading out. I think he probably got a little worried of turning it over since that's what happened on a few shots. Didn't want to miss the Mando, so kind of put a little too much hyzer on it, but he'll have a long putt. Gavin throwing a nice shot there. Looks like it should be pretty close to the basket. George got a bit closer than I thought. He's still out there, but that was a good kick from the tree. Probably 50 feet or so. Oh, and he makes it to hold on to the lead. What a putt. See if Tyler can make another long one. Not too far, probably around the same distance as George. And just a little high on that one, not as direct of a line. And you can see why it's pretty fast green here. Still got a little comeback area. Makes a good putt back into the headwind. Stay one back. Don can stay within a few of the lead. 2 of the lead. Oh, is it right? Seems like he kind of forced that one a little bit. Gonna have to take a par there. Cam for his birdie to hold on to a share of the lead. Nice birdie from Gavin. Hole 10, 300 feet, just looking to hit that main gap on the right. Something stable and slow, either like a zone or a overstable mid. Cam throwing that harp again, and that looks perfect. Maybe a little inside. Asking for it to skip. Can't quite see what the reaction did, but it'll be up there around circle 1. See if we can do something similar. And that looks like a good angle. A little short, but should be inside the circle. Gavin going with the pyro here, a little bit faster. Looking to swing this wide, probably. Looks like a decent angle, but with the speed, just gets a big fade left and kind of pushes a little bit long. That's the danger of throwing a faster disc, is it could carry a lot more right to left and potentially push longer if it gets a big skip. Which there is a lot of hard packed dirt up there, so you do see that a lot. So Donnie going with the Badger, also looking to play this pretty wide. Kind of hit the grass early, but just pulls that a little bit and a little too low. Does get a decent skip back, so we'll have a decent look at it. See if Tyler can make it with these guys. Also a little low and a little right, but a little more inside, and should be around circle's edge. Yeah, there you go, just outside the circle for Tyler, and only a few feet outside for Donnie here. Good looking bid, looked like it just dropped. Didn't quite put enough juice on it. Tyler from just outside. Oh, that one definitely could have stuck. Just left side, kind of a 50-50. And just fell out. Gonna potentially go 2 back now if Georgia can't make their putts. Georgia also kind of towards the outside of the circle, still in, but towards the back edge, and misses it. Gonna give Cam the opportunity to make a putt to take the lead back, which it looks like he has a clear 15-20 footer. So let's see if Gavin can make a cool putt here. Looks like he's got a straddle around this tree, and surprisingly misses left. Like I said, here's Cam to take the lead back. After that double bogey. There it is, back in the driver's seat. A little bit of work left for George, definitely making sure he takes his time, does not want to give up any strokes by rushing the putt. All right, hole 11, dead straight shot, no mandos, just OB left. So just take whatever you can throw straight and execute. Not too much to it. Cam going with something flippier, looking to put it on hyzer and get some late flip, kind of ensuring doesn't really have a chance of going OB. Don't mind that play, especially if you're the leader. Not to say that it's a bailout play, it's still a good play, just ensures that he's never going to even really have a chance of going OB. I don't know if that was the Envy or something else. It seemed like it was a little bit flippier than the Envy, but pushes through and going to give himself a putt. Might have been the Envy, just not sure. Gavin, probably throwing a hex or something here, I think. Definitely has a hex flight, pushing right, going to give himself a putt. Maybe towards the edge of circle, just inside. Something like that. Donnie going with the forehand here again. MD5, I like it. It's a little bit straighter, but there's headwind, so he's going to have to commit to a little hyzer, which he does, just a little bit high. He knows it's going to fade out quite a bit, so going to have another longer putt. See if Tyler can get back on track and put some pressure on Cam. Good looking shot there. Yep, gets past the main tree and slides just past the basket. Solid. Just past the basket there. Decent bid, just a little right. Gavin just outside the circle. Just a little soft. Maybe was a little timid on the fast green.
Nice putt.
Definitely not timid for Tyler though. Jams that thing. Still in it for sure. See if George can make his birdie putt. Got a little straddle here.
There you go, George.
Bangs it. Nice straddle putt to stay one back of the lead, assuming Cam makes his, which isn't too far, but probably feeling a little more pressure coming down the stretch. Wanting to make every one of these. Nice putt there. Hole 12, a little hyzer hole. Just want to throw it at those big trees out there and fade it off of them. Cam's going to show us. Throwing that heart perfectly. Coming up just a little short of the basket, but it should be 20 feet or so. Definitely taking it. George going with the zone. Looking to throw this on hyzer with some pop. Put it to foot straight. And that looks perfect. Yep, chill little skip, puts it to 10, 15 feet. See if Tyler can do the same. That also looks perfect. A little straighter, just past the basket, shouldn't be a problem. You can see with Gavin's chalk there, it's a little bit windy now, so kind of want to keep this under the wind. And he definitely did, just flattened it out a little bit too much out of the hand, but skip past the trees and he'll get a putt. Donnie should be throwing M5 here. Great. Oh, it dropped super hard. But still got left, but no, it's not as good as it definitely would have been if it didn't get that crazy drop. Gavin's still inside the circle. And just a little low. Usually he's a really good putter, just maybe a little timid today. Or just a little off with the stroke. Donnie from 25. Oh, and then another low one from him. He's gonna have to take another par. hold the lead. 18 feet or so. Definitely not a tap it now. Another good putt from him.
There you go.
Another good putt from Tyler, looking solid. George to stay one back.
You left me dirty, bro.
Oh, left him with a little tied chain. 13-280. Just want to throw kind of a similar disc that you threw on the last hole, either a zone type disc or a overstable mid, and just put it outright and let it fade back. Cams look pretty solid. Maybe a tiny bit short, but that's exactly the line that you want to be on. George going with the zone. Kind of putting it on this little stall line, pushing it a little bit more right than you would like to see, but he'll have a putt.
Whoops.
Tyler also flipping it a bit right. He's going to have a putt, but just pushing it a little straighter than he would have liked. That looks good. As long as it gets through the trees, and yep, that should be perfect. Maybe a little long since it's a pyro. The rest of these guys are throwing zones or harp type discs, a little bit shorter. See if Donnie can throw a good shot. Get himself back on that birdie train as well. And that looks like the right line, and depending on the reaction, should be solid. Funky little putt here from George, kind of a straddle baby Annie putt, or dead flat if you're going to putt it really hard. And just a little high out of the hand. Tyler from maybe 40 or so. Oh, a decent looking putt, just a little too high as well, a little right. And there's another birdie for Gavin, squeaking it in there. He's going to be happy with that either way, though. No complaints. Comebacker for George here, so Cam must be pretty close. Nice comebacker. So, yep, Cam and Donnie are pretty much parked. There you go, going to be taking a 2-shot lead now. Donnie getting the birdie. So 1,450-foot hole right on the crest of the hill. If you hit it too early, you could not get a big skip, and if you go long, then you could have a terrifying death putt. Cam kind of getting a weird little slide back to the left towards the edge of the circle there. Gonna give himself a kind of sketchy putt. If he hits metal, he can easily roll back like earlier. Gavin pushing a little bit long. You don't want to see it skip past the crest of the hill is what he was saying. You really want to see it hit the front of the hill and kind of bump up there. Donnie playing this high hyzer forehand. I like that play. Lots of room out on the left over there. George just throwing the softest forehand possible and parking it perfectly. Tyler looks like he's going with the sidearm as well. Oh, maybe even giving it a bid. Little nose up stall forehand. That was actually techie and parks it. Probably knows he's 3 back and might need to ace that to give himself a chance because he knows Cam's going to be birdieing a lot of the final holes. But he does have a sketchy putt here, and anything could happen if he catches metal and doesn't make it. So and airballs it just low right, which is probably better than catching metal, to be honest, just with this steep slope of the hill. Gavin with 25 feet or so. Jams it. There you go. There's 2 birdies back to back. The sketchy putt too. It's like auto bogey if you miss that putt, or airball it at least. Cam with the little tester here. Definitely taking his time. Could be a big mistake if he were to miss it. And jams it.
Yes!
Let me do my little Mario hop.
Cam with the Mario shirt. Got to put the Mario effect on that one.
There you go.
Yeah, that was scary.
And George picking up
I was
the birdie.
terrified of mine.
Those come out at you, dude.
Along with
I thought I was on this side from where it.
Yeah, I didn't feel like it, but I do that sometimes.
sorry to foreshadow, but
if I were to lay it up, I'd
thought it was obvious along with
where
Donnie and Tyler making their putts, getting the birdies as well. I guess everyone got the birdie except for
like Tyler, I
the leader Cam, so everyone getting one back on him. Gavin with the box for the first time, going with, I believe, the Pyro, just looking to put it off to the right. And that looks pretty good, just needs to not get a huge skip. It's a little bit of a skip, but nothing too crazy. Kind of keeps it on the right side of the hole most of the flight. Gonna give himself a circle look. Donnie going with the zone. Looking to push this right side with a little bit of height and hit the grass right of the basket, ideally. And a solid line, just
he was like 13,
either a little too much hyzer or I mean, yeah, realistically, probably just a little bit too much hyzer, fading out a little early, just looking to push that little straighter. Still going to have a putt around circle's edge, though. Put the gap nicely. See if George can put one close, put some pressure on Cam. Only one back now. Clips that tree, but gets through. Probably also edge of circle. Probably inside, though. Tyler throwing something pretty stable, it looks like. Getting a skip up there, past the basket. Maybe a decent sized skip, could be like 20, 25, 27 feet or so. Cam, another pure looking shot. This is what you want to see, flat, pushing straight at that tree in the background to the right of George there. See if he can make one and put the pressure on, though. Or I guess not put the pressure on, but just stay one back at Cam because he's parked. Oh, and it sticks. Good putt there. Staying within striking range. That's all you want. Oh, and the turkey from Gavin. There you go. That was a clean putt. Told you guys he was a good putter. Another solid putt from Tyler as well. Also hanging around within striking range, 2 back. Could have a chance if he birdies out. Donnie, yeah, inside the circle. You're about to bite on that one? Oh, and just rushed that. Leaning over a little bit too much, kind of almost fell forward, but just barely hit the cage there. Gonna have to take a bogey. Cam tapping in the bird. 16, 390, just pretty much dead straight, but looking for a little bit of a flip up to the right. This looks pretty much perfect. That is a great line. A little bit past the basket, but going to be inside the circle, maybe 20, 25 or so. Nice shot there from Gavin. See if he can get 4 in a row. George playing a little flex shot instead of the hyzer flip. Something stable, going to work back for him. Yeah, maybe 20 feet on the short side. Tyler, like I said, probably needs to birdie out.
I can't believe that thing flipped.
I lost it, but he said it flipped. Oh, there it is. It skipped back. Looks like he's going to be on the edge of the circle on the long side. Cam pulling this one into the trees on the right, round 1. Kind of getting a crazy drop right there. Not allowing it to glide back, but should be inside the circle, close to the edge of the circle, 28, 30 feet or so. Donnie going with this Athena through a really nice shot, round 1. See if he can replicate. Looks like he did it. So good, just throwing it dead straight, letting it glide back. That is awesome, being able to do that with the Athena. And Cam is actually outside the circle. Thought he would be inside, but outside, 36 feet or so. This would be a clutch putt since George is pretty close and only 1 back. I don't know if he's looking at scores, but I'm sure he knows I'm kind of needing that putt. Goes a little long. That's going to be a little bit of a tester. Definitely not a tap in. So opportunity for Tyler to get within a couple and just lifts on him. Oh, that was such a good putt. Just kind of stays up. Oh, Gavin, just a little off there. George only 15 feet. There you go. Ties it up with 3 to play. Donnie with a nice bird. Good bounce back there after a little short putt. Nice bounce back on a longer hole. And a good comebacker from Cam there. All right, hole 17. Potentially aceable hole, 310. Wide open in the grass. You could throw it high and give it a chance to go in, or just play for a little bump, park it shot. A little bit wider than you would like to see out of the hand. Gets the little skip up there. Gonna be 26 feet or so. Going with the Badger. Donnie going with the Raptor. Fairway driver. Probably putting it, kind of in that higher airspace, giving it plenty of time to work back. And yeah, it's just as wide as George's, but since it's a fairway driver, it gets back a little bit better and gonna be parked up. Good shot. Cam going with this really overstable fairway driver. playing it really
That's good.
wide, but giving it plenty of height. Should get, yep,
Shot.
gets a little skip since it's a fairway driver too.
Thank you.
Maybe 15 to 20 feet. Gavin a little inside for that height. Gonna go left of the basket, but it'll still be a putt, edge of circle or so, short.
On.
Tyler a bit wide as well. Not gonna get a huge skip. Gonna be edge of circle.
That's
Oh, and such a good putt. Two back, so it's gonna be hard for him to get the lead, but you never know. Got some OB on the finishing holes. Gavin just missing that one a little low. George keep a share of the lead. Cam's pretty much parked, not quite, but definitely assuming he's making that if you're George. Just a little left side. Surprising miss, honestly. He's been putting really good today. Cam making sure he goes through his routine there. Nice looking putt still. Donnie with the tap-in bird as well. Getting 2 on the bounce back. All right, so this is not an island hole, but there's OB just long. So you really want to hit early and bump it up to the basket. That looks a little inside. Pushing OB. It gets an insane kick off the concrete below that metal box there. Giving himself a short birdie look. That is a very good break, because that could have been potentially a 2-stroke
Now
swing.
you definitely can't say you got unlucky on full 5.
What
Tyler also getting an
I think I'm
insane
about. I might be
kick
about even.
and a huge roll back to the basket.
Oh, you could just be pure like this
Gavin
guy.
just
That's
throwing
sick.
the dead straight shot. That was beautiful.
Wow.
Parking it. Getting himself to 5 down with that tap in. Kind of struggling, so respectable. And that looks pretty good. Maybe a little inside as well.
Neighbors.
And
Should be good. No, it's not that close. Is it?
can't tell if that's OB or safe, but it's close. Donnie going with the zone, just looking to put this out right.
Go in.
Oh, giving it an ace run. Gonna go OB though, gonna be tapping in his par. Tyler to stay 2 back, makes good. Has been putting really good today. Just a couple of shots that were barely off. Cam after that insane kick. Think he has any trees actually in the way. Yeah, just normal putt. So George was inbound. So that's his birdie. And Donnie, that was his par, just tapping it in. So George is going to be one back of Cam. Potentially going to be able to get himself into a playoff.
Stuck in the cabbage right there.
Tyler just a little bit short on the left side in that cabbage. He's going to have a look. Cam, he parks it and secures the win. Like I said, though, there's some OB on the right side. You really need to push the right side, but have it soft enough to skip back. And you know what? That looks like it should be good enough for the win. So George might be running it here. Looking like he's going to try to maybe get a skip from this zone. Probably a better way to run it since it's going to be coming in with less speed. Pulls it a little bit. Going to be on that fence line. Still going to have a birdie putt, though. Does not go OB. See if Gavin can finish out with a birdie. Looks pretty good. And yeah, it's going to sit right next to the basket, maybe 15 feet or so. Donnie going with this super high, wide hyzer play. And honestly looked kind of decent, just didn't quite get back, and just going to pitch it up there. Going to have to take a bogey on the last hole. George for the solo second. And yep, for the solo second since Tyler made that putt. And
nice play pro ball golf, guys. Come on.
Tyler saying he's not going to get rest from these guys saying that he needs that putt to get the solo second. But Gavin going to get the nice birdie. Tyler getting the birdie to tie second. And here's Cam. Technically, doesn't even need this putt, but going to make it anyway.
3 out of 3 clear.
Your back-to-back reigning champion of the Huntington Beach Christmas Classic, Cam Rico. Congrats to you, brother. Super solid shooting, great throwing of the disc, great putting, just solid overall game this weekend, and way to defend your title. That's pretty awesome.
And I've never done titles.
We got your final leaderboard here. Cam Rico at 28 down in first place. Tyler and George tied for 26 down. Great shooting from them and was in contention the whole time. Gavin Boss coming back with a heater, shooting a 16 down, I believe, to get himself to 25 down in solo fourth. Dylan Hoagland with a nice weekend, 11 down and 11 down for solo fifth at 22. Reed Olgan 21st or 21 down at 6th. Donnie 19 down at 7th, and Ian Nickerson and Gavin Lynggard at 18 down. Thank you so much to everyone watching this coverage. If you enjoyed it, please subscribe. It goes a long way. We will see you in the next one.